Hello and welcome to another episode of the Best Automatic. I'm your host, Captain Gorgeous.
And I'm your host, Captain Know-It-All. And I'm your host, Captain Pervert. What has to do apology because the producers want me to and all that, So it's a lovely, symbol of sorry there. But what are you sorry for? Well, obviously, on our previous episode, that I was, I mentioned Amy, right? So all the Amy's in all around the world is, I'm very apologising for that.
That wasn't it!
Yeah, what are you getting at? Well, I showed images of Amy, didn't I, from the A-Team, and obviously, I was trying to come out with a serious point about, a lot of people might be upset because of what the A-Team used to do, didn't they? Well, what did they used to do? Well, they used to destroy a lot of cars, especially a very popular car. What looks like another very popular car.
What are you on about? Now he's babbling on again.
Well, yeah, we don't want this because everybody wants a proper show today, don't they? Well, this episode. Well, what?
Yeah, because you're making it all complicated. Yeah, because the producers at least want us to do a challenge instead of listening to you rambling on about stuff.
Yeah, you was meant to be apologising. Oh, alright, because obviously you've seen all these images of cars flipping and all that lot, that you all should know that what we're going to be talking about. No, we're not going to be talking about them cars at all. Well, we should do, but we're not doing a episode on the 1970s, Dodge Monaco. Or the Plymouth Fury, is that what you're trying to get at? Well, yeah, because the A-Team had a lot of them crashing.
Well, a lot of TV series had them, didn't they? Like My Beloved Dukes of Hazzard.
Well, yeah, because Roscoe Pico tried had a few of them variety of vehicles, yes, but the point is, the thing is, right,
you're trying to worm out this apology, aren't you, again?
I'm not, I'm coming out with facts, right, because obviously about them two cars that they look quite identical. It's like, that episode way back when we were getting educated, except you, Captain Gorgeous, because you weren't allowed to watch ITV. But the point is, our beloved TV show Rainbow taught us about if things would look like each other, but so what are you rambling on about? Well, things can look familiar. Like Zippy and his twin, right? And they talked about, things were exemplarily nearly that the same, and
you're well struggling on this, how to explain this.
Well, Rainbow was really good at explaining it. Are you talking about Zippy's twin brother, aren't we? The one what joined the Foreign Legion, are we? Yeah, it's the one, right? And, well, I don't know what happened, but...
Right, we're not bothered. All this is meant to be to do with cars, with the Plymouth Fury and, the Dodge Monaco we on about.
Yes, right, but them cars look identical, don't they? Like Zippy and his twin.
Well, obviously the twins, aren't they? Even I've never seen this weird program.
What do you mean weird program?
Well, what is Zippy?
What do you mean what Zippy is? It's Zippy!
Yeah, but what's he based on?
Oh, he's got you there.
Looks like some reject Pac-Man, but it can't be, because obviously Pac-Man came out in the 80s.
Oh, well, we're getting all technical on now, are we?
No, Where are you going with this?
Look, the thing is though, we want to move on with the challenges, right? And obviously we are on the subject with our lorries still. You know, Top Gear upset lorry drivers. We're not going there, right? But you want to do your apologies. But the point is that we've been doing the challenge with racing against our not so tame racing driver, not the other one, but our not so tame racing driver, on the most dangerous road on that classic game GTA 5. Not 6, because we all know about 6, because obviously, oh, just shut up. Right, we're going to show images of the time of our not so tame racing driver and how he got on the most dangerous road on GTA 5. So here's the challenge. Now, as you can see, it's our not so tame racing driver. Now, if you're not aware of the GIMP, as we call it, if you maybe remember a old TV show called Top Gear with Jeremy Clarkson, James May and Richard Hammond, they had a character called the Stick. Well, they might already know that. Well, I'm just saying if they don't. Now, the rules are is to drive on the most dangerous road. As you can see, a clock on the timer. And the other thing is that we've got to do this with our trailer intact. Not like that what's ever happened to the GIMP. Well, obviously, you know, we've got a better chance of beating the GIMP now, haven't we?
So that was a bit disappointing then, wasn't it?
Yeah, so that's a challenge over, isn't it? No, we will be doing it ourselves, but we need to, you know, move on. Yeah, about, other stuff, don't we?
Yeah, like you apologising still.
I have apologised to Amy, you know, from the A-Team, maybe. Or it could be Susan George. She played a character called Amy in that movie Straw Dogs, directed by Sam Peckinpah, isn't it, or something?
Well, no, that ain't it.
Yeah, remember, right? We were talking about Quentin Tarantino, right? And
I don't remember that.
you remember we were talking about, you know, the Wrecking Crew, right? You know, because obviously you was talking about James Bond, weren't you? And you said you had to do the Mac Helm books as well.
Well, yeah, yes, I did have to mention about Machelm, yeah, but where are you going with this?
Well, obviously, you know, Machelm, right, the Wrecking Crew. Obviously, we all know it was quite tragic, wasn't it? About, you know, with well, obviously with real history that, you know, Sharon Tate was, you know, taken away from the world with, Charlie Manson, you know, in these, what destroyed the hippie people, isn't it? You know, because obviously, is that what you're trying to get at? Because obviously, I'm associating things with vehicles, and obviously, we all associate that it comes down to the VW. Well, everyone calls it the camper van, but obviously, you know, we all done the history that, you know, to have a VW camper van, you had to take your van and take it to a coach builder to have it converted, and then later on in history, that's when they started making them into camper vans, VW themselves. And we all mentioned about a certain last place what made them, didn't we? What? Well, Mexico, aren't we? And is that what you're trying to get at? Because obviously we tried to do an episode about, you know, VW Beetle vans, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously, but you need to apologise.
Yes, you do actually, Captain Further, because obviously So, is that who I have to apologise? Like the Richard Hemming had to, didn't he? And other people, didn't he? You know, because he happened in Top Gear. Is that what you're trying to get at? Well, not them people as such, but even you were actually trying to, insinuate that there's people a lot worse than them or something. Well, it's not my fault, right? Because with Mac Helm, right?
Alright.
Well, you mentioned him, didn't you?
Well, yes, because obviously I'm doing James Bond. Now, James Bond is done by Mr. Broccoli, right? As we all know, what I've just learned. But he had his partner Harry Sauceman, but obviously he had another guy what had Mac Helm books, and he was in competition. But that's irrelevant. I mean, I am trying to get at certain stuff, aren't I?
Well, as you all remember, that it got round about maybe talking about Mac Helm and Silencers. It was one of the first movies. It's the one where he's driving the car with a drinking bar at the back, and he takes this girl like a doggy in area, and it's because he's in a big estate station wagon, and it's like, he's got like a partition and beds or whatever, it's a bit of a shag wagon, in it, right? As they call it. I think they're dead, right?
Right, but what are you getting at?
Well, the ambushes, right? They go to Mexico, and there's got these people brewing beer, isn't they? It's like a big, massive beer factory, and that what reminds me of them other species of people. Is that what you're trying to get at? Oh no, right. So, where are you going with this now? Because you might be just apologising. Well, I'm trying to do it as subtle as I can, aren't I? Because obviously, you were upset with me because I upset a little Dora Explorer fan because she didn't know who Tomb Raider is. Right, I found that insulting.
She was 3,
Well, yeah, but she didn't have to get her mum to have a go at me, anyhow. But the point is, right, are we talking about, the camper van episode, what was taken down because, because I insulted them as species of people, didn't I? Yes, you did. Yes, them people. But I think we should move on for the moment. So changing the subject! Hey, didn't we have to do the challenge? So who will be the first person we need to see first, isn't it? So here we are. So it is my first go on the challenge. And obviously I've been thinking this quite through. Maybe I should go for a flatbed trailer. Maybe I'll get more speed. Doesn't mean I have much weight on the snow, but I am determined to beat the Gint time. Well, obviously this is pre-recorded and we already all know what's happened to the Gimp. Yeah, but we are trying to build up the expense, aren't we? Yes, we do know, but obviously we are watching each other's videos for the first time though, aren't we? And first thing I'm seeing is you going off-roading. Well, obviously the lorry is a lot lighter, and obviously, yeah, I got a little bit too keen.
So for Mr. Know-It-All, you're not that know-it-all at all, are you?
Well, look, it caught me off guard, but this is why I've gone for a bit with the lightweight, is to get up this, this treacherous bit. So hopefully, well, I can remember, but obviously, it's quite interesting actually seeing it all over again.
Yeah, well, it is for us, well not again, but to see how you're doing it.
Yeah, because obviously our producers want us to not start rambling on about different stuff and that, and focus on the actual event we are actually watching. And as we are seeing, brutal murder by Captain Know-It-All there. Well, obviously, yes, we do get these old hitchhikers, and obviously, yeah, they get in the way, and they make it more interesting when you get stars on, and yeah, you got police cars in the way. It gives it more excitement. But as you can see, yes, yeah, the horrible conditions of snow, but that's what our producers want, a bit of danger and stuff, and a bit of excitement and that. Well, yeah, we are getting a bit of excitement, and obviously we are going to be challenging each other and sort of like, you know, criticising each other's, you know, driving and all that lot. But obviously, as you all can know, that it's all pre-recorded, and obviously it's my first time seeing Mr. Captain Know-It-All's driving skills, and obviously, well, he had a bit of a disastrous bit, but yeah, it does seem to be paying off on this hectic bit, doesn't it, actually? Because obviously, you know, sometimes I've had it with trailers come off that bit, don't they? And I bet it's easier to, you know, drive the lorry out or something, isn't it? Well, that's what I'm hoping it'll do. So, yes, as you can see, yeah, I'm gaining speed. Yes, it's a bit, you know, bit hectic, but that's what we want to do, is, you know, beat the clock, and hopefully I can beat you two at the time.
So, oh, you're getting big-headed, are you now? But you don't know how good we did, do we?
Well, no I don't, but obviously we have been told to sort of like moderate or talk about the challenge itself, not going on different subjects about, you know, stuff like, you know, where he keeps bringing up. What you mean, though? I keep bringing up that you know, I have intellectual stuff to talk about.
Yeah, but you might be doing an apology. Oh, you messed up there, didn't you?
Good, that interrupted you. Never mind what you're saying and all that lot.
Look, all I'm doing is mentioning that you might be apologising.
Yeah, but we're on this bit now, aren't we, Captain Gorgeous? Yes, we will get back after we've seen this images, and yeah, this is where I'm gonna have to say something now. What's happened? Well, yeah, the police was in my way. I can go thinking that, and yeah, this is where, yes, it might not be the best thing to do, having a very light trailer on the game, because as you can see, I've sort of messed up, and obviously in the rules, if you lose your trailer, you're out, and obviously well, that was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it, Captain Know-It-All, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. But anyhow, you need to start apologising.
Will you stop going on about it, or what? Yeah, buddy, he has to, because you haven't apologised yet. What? That was obviously, I'm definitely trying to remember, because obviously it was something to do with that episode, wasn't it, with the VW Beetle camping buses, wasn't it? Well, I know the episode got taken down because of you. Well, yeah, because obviously, you know, because a lot of people always associate them vehicles, don't they, as you know, a type of person what drives them, don't they? What? Well, the VW camper van, because everyone calls them camper vans, don't they? But they associate that you know, it's a hippie mobile, you know, hippies drive them. But obviously you don't want to be associated as a hippie anymore, do you? Because back in the heyday it was alright, and then this guy ruined it all for them people, didn't it? Because everybody always presumes that, you know, that
Right.
I mean, obviously, one to stand out for that is a movie called Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, right? It's sort of a reenactment, made up story, right?
Right.
So it's not really based on a true story, but an alternative universe. It could have been different, and it's really quite sweet when you listen to an interview with Quentin Tarantino, the director of the movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and because he saw the movie, The Wrecking Crew, and that's where you get this sweet homage of you've got the actress from Neighbours, or Margot Robbie I should say, because obviously she's helping to do movies like Promising Young Woman, as you know, because we've been sort of trying to get through that, haven't we?
Man, we all been trying to get through it, but you keep interrupting.
Well, yeah, alright, but it's a complicated movie, right? But the point is, right, that, Margot Robbie, she's playing the character of Sharon Tate, and she's like going to see her own movie, and she gets in free and takes some pictures, and it's quite sweet.
Right, but where are you going with this?
Well, everyone always associates that Margot Robbie is always going to be his typical stereotype of Barbie, and I do know that a lot of people, when they see any vehicle at all, and I mean any vehicle, what looks like this, I'll just show an example of this, right? It's a Ford Thunderbird, right? Ready?
Definitely fit Barbie one, isn't it? Yeah. So this one's moving, is it? Yeah, it's moving. Where's automatic there? It is, isn't it? That is so unusual to see it in pink, but yeah, you could play Vegas if it were all red, but yeah, no, pink. Wow. Well, some kids happy. Yeah.
Oh, look at that! Oh, look at that! And look at that car as well.
Yep, something
That
like
blue
that.
car as well. Look at that black motor. Look at the.
See, that is a great good example, isn't it? What do you mean? Well, obviously, that's what I'm trying to get at. When anybody who needs to apologise, it should be bloody you, isn't it? Because it's you what's behind that camera. When you was sent over to bloody Yorkshire, your own land, right, with the locals, and you actually see a Ford Thunderbird, and your reaction is the first thing you thought of, isn't it? Well, yes, and we heard them little kiddie winkies, and they're a different generation, see, and obviously that's why we did the episodes about having a pink convertible, and if you drive it on the most dangerous place in the whole wide world is obviously Grand Theft Auto 5 back in the time, right? Well, yes, and we established that going on an online session with a pink convertible, you wanted to know how people reacted, didn't we? Well, exactly, we did, didn't we? And we did do that, but not personally ourselves. We had to introduce a new character, because obviously we've got our not so tame racing driver, the Gimp, but obviously we needed something a little bit different, like the Grand Tour had to, because they couldn't have, you know, the Stig, but obviously, you know, they had Abby, didn't they? And we thought we have, you know, Miss Takeaway, you know, all dressed her up in pink and all that lot, and she looks like Margot Robbie, and have her hanging around in certain areas. What gives me that nostalgia back about thinking about, you know, that movie, you know, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, especially when Quentin Tarantino talks about his memories of seeing The Wrecking Crew at the cinema. And I think that's where I'll get that moment when you go to this location on GTA 5. Obviously everyone's playing on GTA 6 now, and yeah, you can play Miami Vice, but you know, but yeah, we'd sort of miss you know, Hollywood, don't we, a little bit, you know, because all the TV shows are all filmed around there and stuff, and we could play, you know, our 80s you know, gimmicks and stuff, didn't we? And obviously, you know, Vegas wasn't filmed there. It was filmed in Vegas, wasn't it? You know, in Desertland. But you know, but you can go out in the desert and do stuff there, can't you? Right. So where are you going with this now? Well, alright. I had the Ford Thunderbird, the Corgi, right? The toy car, right? Everyone knows, right? Now, I actually thought, when I saw that footage the first time, I thought somebody left their Ford Thunderbird outside in the sand. Because obviously, you know, like you said, you painted it red, right? That, you know, everyone's going to be thinking of Vegas, the TV series, don't they? But some people might not know what you're on about. Well, the TV series is this, right? There's a guy, right? I'll put some clips on, it helps, doesn't it?
We should be putting clips on about us doing our challenge.
Well, look, I'll put a clip on with Vegas, you know.
Some bomb. So where's
What was all that about then?
Well, they had a bomb in a bottle.
That's nothing. My character, you know, my Matt Houston I used to watch, he had to have a bomb, but it was a big massive cake.
You what? A cake as a bomb?
Yeah, and he had to run away with it and put it in the children's Wendy house.
You what? When children are playing?
Well, I don't know, but he put it in the Wendy house, and obviously you can gather what happened.
What? Like he ran away and it blows up in just in time?
No, it's Matt Houston, it's more realistic than whatever your program does, Vegas. Putting a bomb in a wardrobe.
Oh yeah,
Well, Matt Houston does it outside and puts it in the children's Wendy house, like I said.
you what? It seems stupid.
Well, I'll show you a clip.
My name's Matt Houston, and I'm a private detective.
Boots. Worse than that, cowboy boots. I hope you didn't tether your trusty steed on my front lawn. It's prize-winning dichondra, and when it needs fertilizer, my gardener gets it from legal channels.
Listen, I'm representing Prince Polanski.
My condolences, the man is guilty of sin.
Well, I don't really believe that, and I was hoping I could get a little cooperation from you.
Sorry, Sundance. Since my partner died, my workload has doubled, and I have no time to play Starsky and Hutch with you.
Mr. Goodfellow, you really should have told me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Stop. What are you doing? It's not my birthday.
Oh, but the delivery man insisted that it was.
Where are you going with my cake? Get it out!
My birthday cake!
Well, I thought it was a bomb. I mean, You're the one that told me it wasn't your birthday.
Well, it isn't, but I love birthday cake, especially the frosting. I wonder who sent it.
Oh, this came with.
Oh, may I? Thank you. If you like Marsden gelatin, you're gonna love Goodfellow Under Glass. It's unsigned. Appears to be a death threat, Mr. Goodfellow.
It's ridiculous. It's just a silly prank. Don't you think? Well, I suppose it could. Perhaps I will cooperate with you in exchange for protection.
You got it. All the protection you need if you tell me everything you know.
That was horrible. There could have been little kiddies playing in that Wendy house, and then they would have got blown out, wouldn't they?
Well, far as I know, there weren't any kids in it, would there?
Well, why would that old man have a Wendy house in his garden then?
Well, I don't know. I know he likes cakes and stuff and that.
Look, lads, before we start discussing anything completely different again, I mean, you've got to apologise about a certain issue. Oh, yeah, I mean, yes. And we haven't played any of the rest of our challenges. I mean, there's 2 more of us to do the challenge, isn't there? And obviously it's between Captain Gorgeous and you. So I think we should play one of them right now before you go on to another weird subject. I mean, cakes in bombs and wardrobes getting blown up. What's that got to do with vehicles? Well, hello.
Yeah, and you got to apologise and all, haven't you?
Well, yeah, but anyhow, we're gonna put on a clip right now.
Well, it's my clip in the showing, so obviously this is my challenge, and obviously I did it with a trailer on, with maybe a heavy load to weigh me down. So completely different from Captain Know-It-All. As we all know, he crashed. But obviously this is a pre-recorded challenge, and I know what happened when I did it. But my 2 colleagues are going to comment about it, aren't you?
Yeah, because that's what our producers want us to do, aren't they, on these clips, don't they? So, I mean, obviously, you can get the general idea that with Captain Know-It-All, that he got on the dangerous road and then came back, and that's all we have to do. And obviously, we've got to do it in the fastest time. Now, Captain Gorgeous, you're doing quite a smooth run. Yes, I know Captain Know-It-All seems a little bit quicker, but a bit reckless as well. Well, obviously I'm thinking of lightness and that, but look now, Captain Gorgeous is a bit struggling there now, and his time is slowing down. But the thing is, though, you crashed and failed, so obviously whatever the time Captain Gorgeous does, it's just got to have to beat me.
Well, yeah, but obviously, you know.
Well, that actually looked good in slow-mo, didn't it? Didn't look at that, didn't I? So, yeah, that was really exciting, that.
Yeah.
But somehow I get the hint that you're not really that good, are you? No. Oh, and this is maybe why. And you're going to try to turn your lorry around and hitch your trailer back, aren't you?
It's a bit stuck, and you can see this happened.
Oh, that was very unfortunately what happened to you, Captain Gorgeous, with your trailer coming off.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but now, I think I'm looking forward to watching my video now.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, you got to do apology, though, haven't you?
Well, yeah, but, watch my video first. Yeah, but technically, I think you should get on with your apology now, don't you think? Well, yeah, but the thing is, I don't know what I'm apologising for. Well, if you remember the episode where you was actually insinuating or presuming with VW Beetle, the camper vans, that it's a certain status of people what drive them were hippies. And obviously when you saw lowriders, now we all know with lowriders they have that form of history of vehicles, especially lowrider trucks and stuff like that, but obviously in the game Grand Theft Auto there's a lot of vehicles you can buy, you know, you can take them to Benny's and get them customized, but the thing is on GTA you don't see many of them vehicles hanging around on an online session because everybody needs weaponized vehicles and, you know, vehicles. But when we all go to a car meet we definitely see them hanging around, don't we? But we did an episode where you were like visiting you know, places in GTA 5. Well, a lot of people get that stigma with San Andreas. You're on about lowriders, aren't we? It's like that, like we did with you know, like Quentin Tarantino, you know, when he did them Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and he talks about that cinema moment where he saw the Wrecking Crew, and that's where you get that bit with you know, Margot Robbie, you know, she gets in the cinema free and all that lot. And he talked about his childhood when he saw the Wrecking Crew, and he said he was like 6 years old, and he had his mum pointing out the poster, and that's quite sweet. But obviously we've got that closed down one, haven't we? Images. And that's what I'm going to miss with GTA 6. Yeah, you can play Miami Vice, like I said, but there's a lot of the Hollywood stuff, isn't they? You know, in the, you know, San Andreas, isn't they? You know, with the classic game, remember that, you know. Right, but you're still wittering on though, aren't you? Well, I'm not trying to witter on, but the point is, what are you trying to get at? The lowriders, you came out with a point that everybody insinuates that they have to do with Spanish or Mexican people. Well, yeah, I mean, don't forget, right, my biggest concern is like the movie star, you know, Danny Trejo, right? He's got like road riders, and obviously, you know, we all know him as Machete, and obviously, you know, with taco bands, yeah, in the game, everyone associates with that. But I didn't upset Mexican people. I mean, alright, I might upset that 3-year-old because Danny Trejo plays Boots, the little monkey, what she boots around all over the place or something, doesn't she? Are you getting at that? Well, not exactly that race of people. We're talking about other people what drive not, you know, high suspension, you know, hydraulic vehicles, but the suspension on the vehicles were quite interesting.
Yeah, but you know, you're all, both of you now are wittering on.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, Captain Perver sort of talked about lowriders, and obviously he talked about the Citroen 2CV.
Oh, that one where we got 3 Citroen 2CVs, didn't we? Oh, well, 2 of us did, and you got a Citroen Diane, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I wanted a bit of luxury, didn't I? Well, yeah, I get that. That's the episode, because I was comparing lowriders with the Citroen 2CV, and the location we went, as you was commentating about being surrounded in a big wall and stuff. Well, it is a bit like that place, don't you think? What do you mean? Well, I know it's more violent and, you know, where Mexico, but yeah, you're on about me apologising to them, that species of people, aren't you? Yes, I think that's what we're getting at now, aren't we? Right. So what we're going to do is play a clip of me driving the truck, right? Okay? And
Yeah, but wait on, you got to still apologise, though, aren't you? You got me doing that, just putting the clip randomly on.
well, right. The clip's on there, and the producers want us to talk about, the adventures going through all this, not us babbling on about different things, right?
It's usually you what babbles on about different stuff and all that lot.
Well, yeah, but now the clock's on, and I'm setting off in my wagon.
More like you're trying to avoid apologising.
Yeah, he is actually right there. It's just a bit bloody rude what you've just done now. Now, I'm doing what the producers want to do, and now you're being horrible and ruining it, aren't you? You're destroying the episodes, aren't you? Now, aren't you?
You're just whittering again.
Well, I'm trying to boost it all out. I'm going up the most dangerous road, aren't I?
Well, because you were looking forward to seeing it all of a sudden.
Well, obviously, I know what happens in it, don't I? And I've just seen y'all too, haven't I? And obviously, I might be a bit straddling up that hill a bit, like everyone does, and I've got a heavy load, not like I'm Captain Know-It-All and that.
And you just hit a rock.
Well, yeah, but, slowly but surely, I'll get there, I will.
But not surely, but surely, whatever you said, that you're going to apologise, are you?
No, people are at expense watching me trying to get up this mountain, right? And I've got to build the excitement up, haven't I? I mean, my truck was straddling in the snow and it was slipping and I can't get the power up, but somehow I willed it to go on. And you should will to apologise to them species of people, shouldn't you? Well, we'll get round to it, but we're doing this now, aren't we?
Yeah, but the thing is, though, that you're trying to avoid it.
I am not trying to avoid it at all, right? It wasn't my fault, was it? If you're talking about the incident with the 3-year-old, I mean, that was a bit of a problem, yes. But you're going to ruin the illusion. If nobody doesn't know the show, they won't be bothered. But some people might have watched the show and be thinking, how come all them 3 characters always have to go in a separate lobby because they can't go on GTA Online? Because it's like that one episode what actually featured on the Big Bang Theory. That's quite for scientists, that. Well, yeah, but I watched it anyhow, because it's intellectual. Anyhow, they had a lift, right, in their apartment, and it never worked. And then one episode showed the reason why that lift didn't work. What is your point on that theory then? Well, the theory is that nobody doesn't really have to know, do they? Well, they did in the Big Bang Theory. They found out what happened to the lift, didn't they? Well, yeah.
And I think we should tell people what happened about us not getting online on GTA.
Well, no, why? I mean, I might be talking about the excitement. I'm going downhill now, right? I'm nearly done it, right? I'm not, well, one section of it, and I'll be turning back round and going the other way.
But, look, the thing is, you got in an argument on the online player on GTA, right? 5 back in the time.
Yeah, where kids we used to go online on an 18 rated game. Now, obviously, I wasn't aware she was free. All she started talking about is Dora the Explorer, right? And I've had bloody squeaker, you know what the lot. Yeah, she started it where I press Mark 2. I'm shooting at me and all that lot, and obviously she came on the mic and going ha and all that lot, and then we got into the discussion about Tomb Raider, and she didn't know who Tomb Raider was, but she knew who Dora the Explorer. And I knew that, you know, the movie Dora Explorer, that you know, a psychic Boots, the monkey, as I mentioned. Well, it was the voice actor was obviously Danny, wasn't he? And that was what the problem was, wasn't it? Yes, the problem is you upset the child, didn't you, by mentioning that that Boots the monkey served a 11-year prison sentence, and it goes around chopping people up and all that lot in other movies, and yeah, should be distorted and that. And maybe that's the reason why Rockstar Games banned us, because obviously you horrified this child. All I did was explain about the voice actor, what did voicing, but obviously he's done other movies and all that, look. And yeah, he's right about his life story. Yeah, he served for 11 years, right? And he's done like interviews, like talking about, you know, Charles Manson. You know, he said he had these weird hypnotising eyes and stuff, and but yeah, obviously he changed his life around when they went to close, you know, in segregation, I would say, right? You know, but obviously threw a stone at a prison guard or something, and there was a sign in the you know.
Look, whatever. Talking about somebody's life story to a 3-year-old or whatever like that, obviously they would disturb them, aren't they? And obviously that's one of the reasons why you won't really see us going online together, or us going online, because obviously this idiot.
Well, obviously they have a reason why we don't go online together, because obviously we started arguing, didn't we? And shouted out marks on our mums tell us off and all that lot. Obviously that 3-year-old girl was allowed to do whatever she bloody wants, doesn't she? Even when she gets in an aircon, she gets a mum to have a go at me.
Well, yeah, but then she reported you to Rockstar Games and obviously had your account banned, didn't she?
Yeah, but yeah. I won't get all about that. We've been missing out about me doing this challenge, right? Look how bloody brilliant I am, right?
Alright, Clever Clogs, you've done it. Alright, fair enough.
Well, obviously, that makes me the champion. More of the champion, and I'm not so tame racing driver. I've beaten you all. Oh no, now he's gonna get bloody big-headed. No, I'm not.
Well, if he's getting big-headed, then he can be big-headed to actually at me and apologise then, can't you?
Well, I will, but like I say, I don't know what I'm apologising for, do I? Well, obviously, we are getting round to reminding you, but obviously you should know. Well, all I know that I've been mentioning, well, we all know what happened with Richard Hammond. He apologised with Steve Coogan on his case and all that, look. But Steve Coogan apologised about coming out with accusations what Mr. Arnold said about people, what classed as retards or whatever, because he said about his comedies funny, but saying that Top Gear isn't funny. But because obviously you think about it, it's a proper serious car program, isn't it? It's not meant to be funny. They're coming out with bloody car facts. So what is he on about? You know, when it was on the news.
Yeah, we've already played these news reports and all that lot. We don't need to see them, do we?
No, but we do need to move on and actually get back on track with the Best Automatic, and that meaning that we should go on to our Best Automatic test track with our not so tame racing driver. So, on our track, we're going to find out what vehicle he's going to take.
Well, you just changed the subject!
No, we're just moving on, aren't we?
You can't just be changing the subject just random like that.
Well, I am. And we all know on the show that we have our Best Automatic test track, and it's been done by our not so tame racing driver. Again, what is driving the Bravo Veolia? Actually, we all think it's the TVR, you know, that car. but it has a lovely little soundtrack to it, doesn't it? I mean, listen to that. It's one of the unusual engine sounds, and it doesn't seem to be doing too bad, does it, everyone?
Yeah, but you gotta be apologising.
And we got to be commentating about, what's our vehicle doing this test drive, how they keep his handling all these bends and that. I mean, especially when it's just gone past some Damnation Valley or whatever, because we still haven't made any names up for these bends. It's like, whoopsie daisy bend or whatever, but why are we just randomly jumped on this subject? We haven't done it for a little while, but our producers said, you want to get things back on track again, don't they? So obviously we're on our track. So here we are, and we're going to see the game time now, and I think it's going to be managing to be on the scoreboard. It looked like a very good run on. Yeah, it's not the fastest, but it didn't too bad, did it?
Wait on, there's something wrong with the scoreboard. I think this is one what's been on twice.
Well, I'm sorry about that, but it's just one of them things, innit?
Oh my gosh, you can actually say the word sorry. So why don't you finish up and actually apologise then?
I am capable of apologising, but I don't know what I'm apologising for, or which episode I may be apologising for, because I don't know Mr. Captain Gorgeous at all. I mean, all I'm thinking about is many episodes what I might upset other people about. Yes, because there's quite a lot of them, isn't there? Well, yeah, obviously you mentioned, Mexico, so it could be been that other episode where the producers weren't happy about me, test driving a certain vehicle by Mexicans, maybe, and a certain race. Are you meaning this scene, are we? I mean, obviously, yes, I did do an episode where I actually was driving a Taco van in GTA 5, and we had a colleague with me as well in a Taco van as well. Now my point is about the Taco van is it really good at off-roading? That's what I was trying to get at, and the obvious challenge for GTA 5 was driving at Mount Chiliad, right, in wintry conditions. Obviously you might have found that offensive, because obviously we are talking about Mexico, the Baja 1000, off-roading, dangerous circuit it is, but I always guarantee, I always think that they always have taco vans near enough covering them thousands of miles, because then drivers are going to get hungry, aren't they? And that it's a proper Mexican edition, isn't it? And I thought these tracks would be really good, and especially, they make them high extension, low-riding vehicles, and thought, why hasn't anybody done one of these taco vans? And I think they do, because they do actually drive them in horrible conditions, and that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, but you were driving them in the snow.
Well, obviously, that's, one day it could snow out there, and how would they be? The climate of the world's changing, and one day it could snow over there, can't it? And how would they be like? These taco vans can't get to their destination to sell their tacos, right? And that was what I was getting at. And that's the point, because obviously you were insinuating that a taco van is only purpose is for selling tacos and Mexican food at the Baja Rally or something. Well, no, but I wanted to prove that the challenge of this vehicle could do this, and obviously these two of us, and as you can see, we're trying our best to start getting up Mount Chiliad.
It looks like you two were messing about, that's what you were doing.
No, it wasn't. We were doing serious consumer advice about, when you get a taco van in GTA 5, the standards what you need to do is obviously to see its off-road capability.
And that's what you were doing, that stigma, and thinking that people in Mexico are just on about the Baja going off-roading all the time, and they need proper off-road vehicles or something.
Well, the standard of the taco van isn't really, the best vehicle for that purpose, is there? In the game, I mean. There'll be somebody out there, surely, what's really, thinking all that hydraulic expansion and all that, look, that they can actually create a proper off-roader taco van. And we're like Top Gear did with the ice cream van, with Mr. Nicky and all that. Like, everybody remembers that. And that's what I was trying to get at, wasn't it? That they all need a really good 4x4 vehicle for the job, and that's all I did. Yeah, it all looks like we're messing about in the snow and that, but the engines are not really that good. And that's what I'm getting at. But what are you doing? This ain't proving what your apologies might be.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything, that, just showing that. Are you going to apologise?
Yes, I am going to apologise. I am very sorry that this episode has come to an end.
You what?